talking about some of the pain points then that you pick up on, you highlight that despite all this tech, as you said, we've got this digital maturity. But despite all of the tech we've introduced, much of it still sits in silos, which is what creates that duplication, that fragmentation of the customer journey. Why do you think the industry has ended up in this vertical trap?
Ooh, okay. I mean, I think first of all, in the home buying and selling process, you've got quite different stakeholders, really, when you break it down. You've got estate agents, conveyancers, mortgage brokers, lenders. They are all doing very different elements. And what we've done is not only provided technology for the individual stakeholder, we've also provided technology for an individual task within that individual stakeholder. So actually there isn't any sort of shared data layer underneath it. There's no talking between them. It's simply to solve a problem for that one particular stakeholder. And there is some brilliant tech out there. I started my days, dare I say it, at Foxtons, and we had a CRM called Boss, which, at the time was just game changing, amazing piece of technology. And even that's moved on nowadays, but it still only works in isolation for an estate agent and doesn't talk across the different stakeholders. So the missing piece has been standards and trust, so that parties can reuse the data. But yeah, it fundamentally comes down to the fact they are different types of businesses, and the problems have been solved for individual tasks within those individual stakeholders.
Yeah. And you talk about the data and the trust, which is, it's the glue really that stitches all
Yeah.
of this together. But I guess it also can't really happen without collaboration. These different, very different, as you say, different businesses, different ways of working. They've actually got to, get out there and really collaborate on how you knit those joining pieces together.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do because in industries everyone is in competition. We're all trying to win our own business, but I think the only way it is going to work is if the industry as a whole does get together and look to make change. Bit of a plug, but we are part of the Project 28 setup that's come into play, and there'll be more about that. But that's just one small example of a great deal of quite big businesses coming together and collaborating. We haven't really seen that very much, but there does feel like, again, we talk about demand and direction. There does feel like there is more of that happening to help make that change. So yeah, be an interesting and exciting few years for that, and to see how the collaboration, brings it all together. Yeah, brings it all together.
Yeah, fantastic.